And guys, we like to talk about going and just living out in a cabin in the woods somewhere, living off the grid. We love the idea of that. Hey, listen, and men, if you feel that way, I think that's perfectly natural. But why aren't we doing it? You want to know why we're usually not doing it? Oh, it's because you're gently led by your wives. No, it's not because we're gently led by our wives. It's because we're gently leading our wives, which I think is actually biblical. We see with Jacob in Genesis 33:12, and he said, let us take our journey. Him and Esau meet up with each other and like, hey, let's go. Let's take our journey together. And let us go, and I will go before thee. Esau is speaking here. And he said unto him, my Lord knoweth that the children are tender, now Jacob speaking, and the flocks and herds with young are with me. And if men should overdrive them one day, all the flock will die. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servants, and I will lead on softly, according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure until I come unto my Lord unto Seir. You know what Jacob did, who was a great leader? Whenever it came time to go, Esau's like, hey, let's go on the journey. And Jacob, he's ready to go. I mean, Jacob could have handled the trip just fine. But Jacob, it wasn't about just what he was doing. And Jacob, he understood that, hey, my wife who is an help meet for me, she is not my property to destroy. I am a husband. You know what a husband does? A husband, he is somebody he is a steward of something. And a husband is to take care of his wife. And you know what? He wasn't going to hurt his wife. He wasn't going to hurt his children. Well, I'm the leader. I'm the boss. Deal with it. No, you're the husband. You take care of them. You look out for them. And he understood the limitations of his family. And so he's like, you know what, Esau, you go ahead and go on. I'll get to you eventually, but I've got to lead on softly because I've got animals. He even cared about the animals. Are you kidding? You're going to let the animals dictate what you do? Hey, I need those animals, but I got to take care of them. I can't destroy them. I don't want to be reckless. And you've got a bunch of vagabond in spirit men out there destroying their families, and they call it leading by strength. They call it leading. It's not leading. It's them being ignorant. It's them being foolish. And they're destroying their families. And we need to understand, our wives, they are the weaker vessel. Our children are weaker than we are. And as strong as and adventurous as we are, women and children are not. And we need to consider what we are putting themselves through. 1 Peter 3:5, for after this manner in old time the holy women also who trusted in God adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well and are not afraid with any amazement. And everybody likes that part. And let me tell you, that is exactly what wives should do with their husbands. They should submit to their authority. They should do what they are told to do. That is exactly what God called for the ladies to do. But you know what, men? Because you know what? God cares about your wife. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel, and as being heirs together of the grace of life, that your prayers be not hindered. Understand, you've got a woman, and if you have a woman who is submissive to you and obeys you and respects you as a leader, you ought to thank God for that. You ought to treasure that. You ought to value that. You ought to be thankful for that. And you ought to say, you know what? I'm not going to do anything to destroy this. I don't want to hurt this wonderful thing that God gave me. My wife is following me. My children are depending on me. I am going to lead them in a way that is going to benefit them. And you know what? That might mean I miss out on an adventure or two. That might mean I don't get to do everything I want to do. You know, I'd like to go on a long hunting trip, somewhere. Can you imagine just being able to get away for a month? I had a preacher tell me a while back, he's like, and he gave me this advice. I think it was good advice, but he gave it to me. I should have had him give it to all of you. But he's like, let me tell you something, Pastor. You need to take care of yourself spiritually, just like you do the flock. And it would do you good to occasionally just get away by yourself and just go take several days just alone with you and God. Go around a cabin. I think that was great advice. And I think, you know what, and I need to have him come back here and tell all of you that, so y'all make me do that. Because I kind of feel, because it's like when he told me that, I was like, I would love that so much. I feel embarrassed asking because it's just like, you're basically asking just for a vacation all by myself. And I also needed to tell my wife that too. So understand, again, while we love the idea of that, yeah, boy, can you imagine just the spiritual time I could have away for a month? Man, that would be great for me. But I also have a wife that I have impregnated several times. And there's a whole bunch of kids she has to take care of. And it's not easy. So while it would be very easy for me to do that, it wouldn't be very easy on my wife. And so I probably should take that into consideration. That you let your wife run you. Well, again, there are weirdos out there that would say that, but since they don't even have control of their homes and have been banished to basements, I really don't care. Okay, as somebody who sleeps in the master bedroom at our house, I really don't care.